I found out my boyfriend was using my prescription anxiety medication to drug his coffee dates so they'd be more relaxed and open. I only discovered this because I ran out of pills 2 weeks early. At first, I thought I'd miscounted, but when I called for a refill, my pharmacist said I just filled it. That's when I checked my boyfriend Jake's backpack and found my bottle with only 3 pills left. We'd been together 2 years. He knew those meds were the only thing keeping my panic attacks under control. When I confronted him, he actually smiled. Just half a pill in their drinks. It helped them open up. My blood went cold. You drugged women? It's not like that. It's the same stuff you take every day. Tenor safe. I was helping them have a better time. I stopped doing it weeks ago. How many women I demanded to see his phone? He refused at first, then handed it over when I threatened to call the police. His dating apps were still active. The messages made me sick. You seemed so chill and easy to talk to, one girl wrote. I'm usually so anxious on dates, but with you I felt amazing. Another, I don't remember much after the second drink, but I had fun I think. 12 different conversations. 12 women he drugged with my medication while we were supposedly exclusive. Some messages hinted at them going back to his place. The implications made me want to throw up, but the worst part came when I scrolled further back. There were messages from when we first started dating. My stomach dropped as I recognized the pattern. The coffee date at his apartment, him insisting on making me a special loda. How relaxed and uninhibited I'd felt. How I'd agreed to stay the night, even though I usually never did that. You drugged me too. My voice came out as a whisper. He shrugged. Just that first time you were so uptight. I wanted you to see the real me without your anxiety getting in the way. And look, it worked out. We're perfect together. Perfect together. I thought about all the times my anxiety had mysteriously vanished around him. The times I'd felt strangely calm after he made me tea. How many times had he done this? I left that night and went straight to the police. They took my report seriously, especially when I showed them the messages, but proving anything was nearly impossible. The drugs were prescribed to me. The women thought they'd just had a good time. Jake had been careful. 2 of the women agreed to get tested when I reached out to them. One still had traces of my medication in her system. She thought she was just tired from work. The other remembered feeling weirdly fuzzy but had blamed the wine. The detective told me they were building a case but needed more evidence. Meanwhile, Jake was texting me nonstop, apologizing, then angry, then threatening to tell everyone I was crazy and made it all up. Who's going to believe the girl with anxiety disorders? He wrote. Last week, one of the women called me crying. She'd pieced together that the night she couldn't fully remember was the night she'd gotten pregnant. She'd assumed the father was a later hookup, but the dates lined up with Jake. Now I am sitting in a lawyer's office trying to figure out if I can be held liable for the drugs being mine. Jake's hiring his own lawyer claiming I gave him permission to share my medication. 3 more women have come forward, but their stories are fuzzy and incomplete. That's what benzos do. They steal your memories along with your anxiety. The detective says these cases rarely go anywhere. Worry rape drugs are hard enough to prove when they're illegal, when it's a prescribed medication willingly shared between partners. And impossible. I haven't slept properly in weeks, not because of anxiety but because I keep thinking about that first blow day. How I'd woken up in his bed with no clear memory of agreeing to stay. How he'd smiled and said I'd been perfect the night before. I thought I'd found someone who understood my anxiety. I've read out he just found a way to weaponize it. And the worst part, he's probably right. Who's going to believe the anxious girl over the charming guy who was just trying to help?